Hey, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing good. Thank you for joining me. So today's reading is who can't stop thinking about you, who's been thinking about you a lot lately and currently, all right? So there is 4 groups for you to choose from. Oh yeah, I just want to say if you could be confused on who this person is that's thinking about you, feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section and I will try to clarify that. You don't have to say their name, but you can say the person on my mind, is it them who's thinking about me, if you just want that extra clarification, okay? But anyway, so who's thinking about you? There's 4 groups to choose from. Group 1, the Amethyst. Group 2, the Aquamarine. Group 3, the Peacock's All. And group 4, the Blue Calcite. Okay, so if you do want to take a moment to choose your group, feel free, but I will see you in your readings. Hey, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the first group, the Amethyst, then this reading is for you. Who's thinking about you? Why are they thinking about you? Which I will look at towards the end of the reading, okay? So we do have the Page of Cups upright, and we also have the Chariot in reverse. Okay, so who's thinking about you? Alright, so the person thinking about you is actually someone you are quite friendly with, or you used to be friendly with this person. You were never in a relationship with them though, and it feels like the person thinking about you is someone you have a crush on, have feelings for, and it feels like this person has feelings for you and has a crush on you too. Do you know this though? Some of you could be completely aware that this person has a crush on you, but for others of you, this is okay, maybe they've given me signs that they kind of have a crush on me, but I don't really know for sure. So yeah, it feels like some of you could know, some of you maybe have a little feeling. But it feels like whoever this person is that's thinking about you, it feels like you haven't managed to stay in contact with them. This is someone who is in a relationship and it feels like you haven't seen them recently either. It feels like you've known them for quite some time, but you may not know them very well. For some of you, it's just that you just don't know them very well anymore. For some of you, you never knew them that well, even though you may have spoken to them, were friendly with them, you may not have known them very well. But yeah, the person who's thinking about you is someone who gets a lot of attention, or you just perceive them that way. This feels like someone who does daydream a lot. They could be a water sign for a lot of you here, possibly a Cancer, or they just have really watery energy, or insignificant astrological placements, like their moon, Venus, Mars, or rising. For some of you, they could actually be an air sign and not a water sign. But anyways, so the person thinking about you, it feels like they're really talkative, very emotional as well. For some of you, they could be a fire sign, or you may be a fire sign, or maybe a fire sign, water sign cusp. So it feels like you see this person in your dreams quite often. Do you think about them quite often too? It feels like you don't actually think about this person quite often, but they could show up in your dreams. So it feels like this person who is thinking about you, they are very sensitive. They are very reactive as well. They can be quite naive at times, but it feels like you don't see them as naive. I just looked up and it was 444. So I don't know, maybe some of you that could be significant for you guys as well. So this person, they could also have children. It feels like they are naturally quite flirtatious, naturally quite charming, and it feels like they're in a relationship, like they're either engaged currently or they have been in the past. Well, the person thinking about you is super creative, very artistic, or they have an interest in the arts. For some of you, they have tattoos. But this is someone like you find inspiring. They don't necessarily see themselves that way or carry themselves that way as someone who is an inspiration, but you could find them quite inspiring in certain ways. So this person is very stubborn, but very caring at the same time. Like they are someone who is very empathetic. So this also may be someone that you don't think has a lot of ambitions or stability, or maybe you've noticed certain people. Let me see. Now this feels like it could be you that thinks this person doesn't have a lot of ambitions or stability, but it feels like you could be wrong about this, or just what you consider to be ambitious or stable is very different from their idea and their way of living in that energy or being those things. But it does feel like this person does consider themselves quite stable. I don't know if they consider themselves ambitious. Let me check. They could actually consider themselves quite ambitious, actually clarified by the 8 of Wands. But this is someone who does have a good heart. They're not very affectionate though, so they could have strange ways of showing their affection, or they could be quite nervous when it comes to showing their affection. That was clarified by the 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, so maybe they can move quite slowly when it comes to showing, you know, the depth of their affection. Maybe they need to be really, you know, safe, committed, and comfortable with that person. And even though you may like them, it feels like you don't want to, or you can't move forward with them. This is someone you really like, and you know, it feels like you really had or have a good time with this person as well. But it feels like maybe that is not happening right now, or can't happen right now. Maybe it hasn't happened for a while for some of you, but it seems like they and you could actually be focused on other things and other people right now. And it also feels like you felt as though you should take a step back because, you know, this person could be in a relationship, or, you know, just engage with different people and different things. And for some of you, you took a step back from this person because you felt like things wouldn't work out with them. So this is someone who is prone to sorry, excuse me. So this is someone who could be prone to escapism. They could struggle to focus, but it feels like they're like incredibly open-minded. It feels like they don't really care about success or materialism. This is someone who hasn't taken action towards you, even though you wanted them to. But now you may have lost hope that they would, or that they will, sorry, or you already kind of let that hope go. It feels like you still like have warm feelings towards this person. It feels like you still care about them quite a bit as well. And it feels like you haven't completely let this person go, and they haven't completely let you go either. Like there could be a lot of personal barriers to overcome, you know, if there was to be a thing between you both in the future. Will this person reach out to you? And it feels like they may not reach out to you anytime soon. But if any of you are considering reaching out to them, I mean, it could be a good thing with that 6 of Cups coming out. It could be like a nice reconnection. Would they be open to it? if they're in a relationship, like they would be happy to hear from you, but it feels like maybe they wouldn't be so open to it. But yeah, so this could also be someone that people consider quite arrogant, even though they may not be. You may even understand why people consider them that way. You may even consider them that way too. So I'm going to pull some more cards on who this person could be. So I'm also going to pull some like appearance cards. I mean, all of them may not resonate, but maybe one or two could resonate to help you clarify who this person could be. So who's thinking about you? Okay. So who's thinking about you? I'll start off with the brown cards first. So we have intense. So it doesn't feel like this person is actually intense, but it does feel like you had quite an intense connection with them. And it feels like they are quite friendly. Let me see, do they have intense? It feels like the chemistry, the eye contacts and stuff like that between you both was quite intense. There could have been a lot of chemistry between you both. Okay, so we also have ambitious. So the Emperor card actually fell out as well. So yeah, this person could be very ambitious. So this is definitely someone who's focused on work. So maybe they're very ambitious when it comes to work. Maybe they weren't very ambitious. Maybe when it came to you or a relationship with you, or ambitious in other ways, you know. But yeah, do you have more from that? So we also have discreet. That was clarified by the High Priestess. So it feels like for a lot of you here, I just saw 444 again. You could have had to keep your relationship or your connection or your feelings even for them like quite discreet. Maybe you have to be very like secretive about your feelings for them. We have modest. So this is weird, but it's actually coming out as like the person they're currently with is quite modest, and some of you could like identify this person by that statement. We also have unfriendly. Sorry, I had to pause the video for a moment. So even though this person is very friendly, they could be very, not very unfriendly, but they could be unfriendly at times as well, you know? So now we're gonna look at appearances. So we have great eyes. So for some of you, they could have quite intense eyes or just very beautiful eyes, regardless of their eye color. For some of you, they do have like very noticeable grayish, maybe bluish kind of eyes, but more on the gray side. So we also have South America. So they could be from South America. Maybe they have you know, an affinity for South America. Maybe, you know, ancestry from South America. So we also have round face. So they could have quite a round face. They could have a close cut as well for some of you. And for some of you, maybe this close cut isn't like their whole head, but it could be like certain like parts of their head, like maybe at the back or at the sides. For some of you, it is their whole head though. We also have broad chin, so they could have a broad chin as well. For some of you, they could have a long face. And we also have no prominent chin, so yeah, for some of you, maybe they don't have a prominent chin as well. But now I'm gonna look and see why they're thinking about you a lot. Okay, so we have face and embrace the person in the mirror. So if you've moved away from this person, like if there is like certain distance between you both, like they do think about running after you almost. And that's what they're thinking about when it comes to you. They also think about how you are being more true to yourself. They think about how you seem to be embracing yourself a bit more as well. This could even be embracing a new start. This could be embracing a relationship or embracing an ending with that Ten of Swords or a betrayal. I mean, and this embracing could be a new relationship, whether it's like with them, the person who's thinking about you, or, you know, embracing a new relationship for yourself. So we also have transition, release attachments to what was and prepare for what is to come. So they're thinking about you because they do think that you aren't as attached to them anymore. Like they do feel like you are releasing them, and they do feel like you are preparing for something new as well, with that Ace of Swords coming out and the Ace of Cups as well. So yeah, they do think you are kind of leaving something behind and kind of focusing on something new, whether this be a new relationship or just a new, you know, era in your life. Do you have more from this? So we also have sex, kiss, hug. So they think about you a lot because they miss you, you know. Do they think? You know, and they do feel a sense of regret with that Five of Pentacles. They do feel a sense of guilt as well. So they also think about, with this sex, kiss, hug, like they do think about the chemistry between you and them. But it says face and embrace all parts of yourself, and this one it says face and embrace the person in the mirror. Like they think about you because they feel like you are embracing yourself. They feel like You're maybe embracing the parts of yourself that you didn't necessarily embrace in the past, and it feels like they really like this for you. They feel like, you know, it's justice, it's fair, it's a good thing that you are doing this now. So it does feel like they also think about embracing you, holding you, like hugging you. Oh, there's another one of these. Let me see. So we also have alien, except that you are an unrepeatable, spectacular phenomenon. Why are they thinking about you? So they're also thinking about you because they feel like they won't meet someone like you again. Like you were very unique to them. You were like very unrepeatable, and they kind of feel like you as a person and like the connection you guys had as well, it won't be kind of duplicated or repeated again. And they do think that you both will eventually reconnect, but it feels like right now they're probably not going to take any action in reconnecting with you. Maybe, you know, at some point down the line. Like they definitely think that there's certain things that they need to sort out. But they love how different you are, and they love the fact that you are embracing how different you are as well. Okay, so we also have unconventional. So again, we're speaking about your unique qualities. It says your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. So when they think about you, they do think about how unconventional you are. They do think about how unique and different you are as well. But it feels like they really admire this about you. They really like it. They feel inspired by it. They love how you carry yourself, you know, especially if it is very different. This could even be maybe what you do for a living as well, or how you live your life, like your lifestyle. You could be very independent, or just be very like individualistic when it comes to yourself, how you carry yourself, you know, your lifestyle. But yeah, that's what they think about when they think about you. They do think about how different you are. That was clarified by the Eight of Swords. Let me see. But it feels like they kind of have been thinking about how you freed yourself, or how it seems like you have freed yourself, which they really like. We also have stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body and soul, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge and revive. So they feel like you are de-stressing your life. They feel like you're making your life more simple. And this may not be simple, but just less complicated. So they also think about helping you reduce your stress. For some of you, this is related to the past, and they think, okay, maybe I should have done more to help you de-stress. But this is something that they feel like you are currently doing. Do you have more from this one? And yeah, finally, we have spiritual path. We have your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. So yeah, they do feel like you are making changes. They do feel like you are transitioning. They do feel like you know, certain things are becoming clearer to you, like who you are, maybe the path that you're on, you know, the things that you want, your goals. And that's what they think about when they think about you. And they think because certain things have become clearer to you, because you are seeking more freedom, because you are embracing yourself more, you know, they feel like this is leading you towards a path that's meant for you. So yeah, so they do think a lot about the, you know, the changes that you have made. So yeah, it feels like they also think about your growth quite a bit as well. And it feels like they're inspired by you, like they see this as a victory, you know, and a success. But it feels like right now they definitely feel it's not the right time to communicate with you, even though they could want to. But anyways, that is all I have for those of you who chose this group. I do hope it could resonate. I do hope it could be helpful as well. But I'm wishing you the best, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye. Hey, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the second group, the aquamarine crystal, then this reading is for you. I'll start off with who is thinking about you, and then we'll look into why they're thinking about you, right? So we do have the King of Wands. We also have the Six of Swords. Okay, let me see. So this kind of does feel like someone who is stuck in the past a little bit. This actually feels like someone you don't know very well, maybe not anymore. You definitely know them though. Like this is a man, not a woman with masculine energy or anything. This is definitely a dude. It feels like this person is very controlling. It could be very self-controlling. It does feel like they could be controlling of maybe the people and things around them too. And you know, unlike the previous group, this person will actually reach out to you as well because they think there is still a connection between you both. They may actually do this quite impulsively with that Eight of Cups being, Eight of Wands being there, King of Wands as well. You may actually feel the same way. You may, you know, feel as though that there is some unfinished business between the both of you. But anyways, the person who's thinking about you, like this is someone who hides who they really are. But it actually feels like they mostly hide their positive qualities. Um, Other people can perceive them as a pushover when in reality they could just be very laid back. This is someone who is on the taller side, or maybe they're just taller than you. And this is someone who is tired a lot of the time, or maybe they have like tired eyes. So this is also someone who doesn't have kids, but they could want kids actually, but this feels like something you would actually know about them. So this person, they are quite friendly. It feels like a lot of you may consider this person as someone who would potentially become abusive over time. But it feels like right now they aren't an abusive person, or I don't know how to word that. Yeah, if it's coming out as like they're not an abusive person right now, but maybe some of you could have that perspective on them. But yeah, this is someone who is quite pessimistic as well, or you perceive them that way. It feels like they aren't in a relationship, but it also feels like they're not seen as someone who is very loyal. Like they don't have strong ties or loyalty to certain people or things. They can be quite forceful as well. And you know, the person who's thinking about you, like this is someone who has been bullied or has experienced, you know, bullying, unfortunately. They may have a temper, or you perceive them that way. They can also be a bit self-centered, but they are quite funny as well, or you find them funny, or you both just have like a similar sense of humor. It definitely feels like your humor matches theirs. But it feels like you don't actually perceive yourself as like compatible with them. So the person thinking about you, it does feel like they are someone who has a lot of appeal, sex appeal. Maybe they're quite a sexual person as well. The person thinking about you doesn't like to be in charge. It feels like they don't really like to be, a leader. But they are quite fiery. They can be a bit of a loner, actually. It feels like this is someone who does like their freedom. They love their independence. They really enjoy being single. But this is someone who has held back a lot from you or with you. This is someone who can be quite harsh, very blunt. And the person thinking about you actually is someone that you may have rejected. I mean, for some of you, this could be like rejected this person as a whole. Maybe they made a suggestion in which you rejected, or someone who you know could feel rejected by you. But for some of you, you rejected this person because they had no ambition. Could be career, could be, lifestyle, home, or relationships. Um, for some of you, you could have rejected them because you perceive them as like not ambitious or exciting, or just passionate enough, whether it be about you or be about just doing stuff and kind of getting out there. But having said that, this feels like someone you felt quite relaxed around. Maybe this is someone that just didn't make you feel nervous. So this is someone who doesn't travel much. They don't take much risks. They could be considered unadventurous or just a bit simple in what they like or what they do, how they live their life. Um, you could have been afraid though that this person would trap you some way, maybe be very controlling of you, or you would just have felt like quite suffocated with them. But anyways, yeah, this person could be someone who is considered quite unrealistic, maybe by you or maybe the people around them. And you may even feel like you would have to support this person, and that could be something you refuse to do. Like you may feel as though they aren't independent enough. I'm just gonna pull some more cards on who is thinking about you, and I'll also pull some characteristics like I don't know, like hair, eye color, whatever comes out really. I mean, all of with these green cards, they may not all resonate, but maybe a few of them will, to help you discern who this person is that's thinking about you. Okay, I'll leave it there. So we have reserved. So this feels like someone you are being quite reserved with. Maybe recently, maybe they did something that made you want to pull back or just not be, you know, maybe super affectionate or super like inviting when it comes to them. We also have crazy. So yeah, this could actually be someone you consider to be quite like crazy in certain ways. Like maybe for some of you, like kind of aggressive. We have neutral. So this could be someone you feel quite neutral about. Maybe you don't want to like pick sides when it comes to them, or maybe you feel quite indecisive when it comes to this person. It's like for some of you, maybe you don't want to make a decision about them as well. So maybe you are like trying to remain neutral when it comes to them. We also have individualistic. So this individualistic is coming out in a way where like it feels like you want to remain separated from them. Like maybe you want to remain an individual, you know, when it comes to this person, if that makes sense. It's like, say for example, you are in like a relationship with someone, okay, maybe I'm going to live in my own place, or I'm going to have like, we're not going to combine finances or anything like that. For some of you, this could be in terms of like ideals, like maybe you kind of really want to like, it feels like you want to be very clear like on maybe certain boundaries or on who you are as well, but it does feel like this is someone you do want to remain quite individual from, if that makes sense, you know. Like there is this degree of separation between you and them. Like this could be something that you want as well. So we do have discreet. I mean, with the High Priestess and the Moon card coming out, for some of you, this is someone you could consider maybe quite secretive, or this may not even be like secretive. This could be just, okay, I just don't know this person very well, you know. We also have Goofy. So it feels like this person, you could definitely like their sense of humor. You could feel like they are quite funny. Okay, now we're going to get some cards on appearance. And remember, not all of these appearances might resonate, but yeah. So we have South African. So they could be from South Africa, or they could have a connection to South Africa. Maybe they've traveled to South Africa. Maybe, you know, they have ancestry from South Africa. We have high cheekbones as well. So this could be someone who has high cheekbones. We have wide shoulders. So they could have wide set shoulders. They could have blonde hair. And that fell out as well earlier, but I put it back. We also have tall woman. So I'm still like very positive, like this is a dude, but they could be quite tall. We also have hard stare, so they could have quite intense eye contact. They could have quite a serious face or quite a serious gaze. We have, sorry, we have beady eyes. So for some of you, maybe they do have small eyes. That's so funny because I picked it up on the Seven of Swords. I don't know, maybe that's just really funny to me, but yeah, for some of you, they could maybe like even shifty looking eyes. That's so funny, sorry. And we also have tan skin, so maybe they have like a darker skin tone, or they just like tanned olivey skin. But yeah, so now we're gonna look into why they're thinking about you. All right, so we have Angel, tap into your higher wisdom. So they're actually thinking about you because of the way you treated them. Like they feel like you treated them like fairly. They feel like you were maybe like they feel like you were very nice to them, you know, and that's what they've been thinking about. They've also been thinking about how wise you are. Like they could see you as like the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, like very stable. And that's why they've been thinking about you as well. And oh my god, another Queen came out, Queen of Wands. So they do view you as like very independent, very stable, maybe very confident, you know what you want. And that's why they've been thinking about you. We also have airplane, spread your wings and fly. So this person, Five of Pentacles, like this, they feel like they've lost you, and that's why they're thinking about you. But it feels like they do wanna. Five of Cups reverse, like they could want you back, or they could want to like reach out to you to make sure that you don't kind of spread your wings and fly away from them, you know. I mean, that was also clarified by the Emperor and the Four of Wands, two Fours. So they do consider you to be very stable. But because of your independence, maybe because, I don't know, some of you could be quite adventurous or, you know, just very action oriented. Like, because of that, they could think that was like, I don't know if it's by pushing you away from them or, let me see. Like maybe they think you're not just going to stay in one place, if that makes sense, so that you wouldn't be necessarily like easy to control. I don't know if control is the right word, but yeah, like contain, which is like basically control, right? Anyways, so do you have more from this? So they also think about how you are like quite a free spirit as well. So we also have child, give yourself permission to play. That was clarified by the Six of Cups. Like for some of you, you could have children or a child, and that's what they think about as well when they think about you. It doesn't feel like they think anything negative when it comes to children and you, though. Do you have more from this? So they also think about how playful you are. Like some of you, you could be quite childlike or innocent in certain ways. Actually, childlike doesn't feel like the right word, but definitely very playful. And that's what they think about when they think about you. Like they like the fact that you know how to relax, have fun, chill out. We also have discover the source of your power. We have money. So yeah, for some of you, money does seem significant to this person, or you know, to the both of you, or them in relation to you. But when they think about you, they do think about money. It feels like they think about your money. Like if you have, that was clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So if you do have like a good job, or just financial security, or you're just good when it comes to money, like that's what they think about. They may actually think that you would be able to benefit them in that way. Do you have more from this? For some of you, they could actually think about asking you for money with the Devil and then the Six of Pentacles as well. Do you have more from this? Or they think that they would have to be less worried about money because of you. Do you have more from this? So we also have progress, not perfection. What are they thinking? Why are they thinking about you? So even though they may not be able to commit to you or like move forward with you in the way that they want, they do think about making progress with you, even if it's not perfect, you know, right now, or, you know, even in the near future, but they do think about at least making progress with you. We also have deep emotional healing. So this person, they actually kind of think about how emotional you could be, and they do think about being more sensitive to your emotions. And finally, we have be gentle with yourself. So they also think about taking it easier on you, like they do think about being more sensitive towards you, gentler with you. Like they do think you have been through a lot. This could be in terms of a marriage. This could be in terms of a relationship. This could be even in relation to them. But it feels like it could be maybe past things, or just in general, maybe even, you know, childhood, maybe parents' relationship. But either way, it feels like they have realized that they do need to be softer when it comes to you, less aggressive, you know. Do you have more from this? But anyways, yeah, so that's why they're thinking about you. And it does feel like for a lot of you, you may hear from them quite soon as well, okay? But anyways, that is what I have for this group. I do hope it could resonate or not, or just make sense and be helpful. I'm wishing you the best, all right? Take care. Bye. Hey, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the third group, the Peacock's All, and this reading is for you, okay? So I'll start off with who's thinking about you, and then towards the end, I'll go look at why they're thinking about you, okay? All right, so we have the Lovers, and we also have the Five of Wands. So who is thinking about you? So the person thinking about you is actually someone you're currently with. Like this is someone you are in a relationship with. So if any of you are not in relationships, then this group is probably not for you. But it feels like they could be thinking about ways to kind of maybe put an end to an argument with you, being at odds with you, tension between the two of you. It feels like they, or maybe even you actually, want to maybe break up with the other, take a break away from the other, or the relationship that you have with them, that they have with you. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like this could be mostly your energy, like with the Ten of Swords as well. I don't know, maybe was there a betrayal? Maybe you just feel like it's not healthy for you anymore. Um, but yeah, this is who's thinking about you. It feels like you haven't been really getting along with this person lately. It feels like you either think, or for a lot of you, this feels like maybe thought that this person was, you know, your soulmate, your forever person, you know. This is someone you used to trust, but it feels like trust could have been very big between you and this person. Like there could have been a time where you were like, I trust this person with everything, you know. If they tell me something, I just believe them because that's how much I trust them. But it feels like right now you could be losing your trust in this person these days. But this is someone you share similar values with, someone you are or used to be very compatible with as well. And you both may not be the best team. Um, you know, this could be more so now. And it feels like you may not have the best intentions for each other right now. It could be mostly them to you. But this is someone you love to communicate with, you know. But you may not like a lot of their choices and decisions at the moment. But yeah, the person thinking about you is someone that you have been arguing with. Maybe you've had heated discussions with them recently. For some of you, this could be like the norm, and it may not even be like you know, a bad thing. Maybe you guys just can have heated discussions, and it's like quite normal, you know, for you both. But yeah, for some of you though, this is definitely like more serious and something that has been coming up maybe a lot more lately. But it feels like you've both maybe come to a point where you're stressing each other out quite a bit. And it feels like you are a little bit done with them. Or you seem just a little bit done with them. But at the same time, you may just want peace with this person, maybe to reach a compromise. Um, but it feels like you've been trying really hard to rein in your frustration when it comes to them. Maybe suppress your anger and suppress being reactive or emotional when it comes to them. But it does seem like this does seem like someone you are able to, for the most part, like reach conclusions with this person and kind of figure out solutions with them. But maybe it's just, yeah, maybe it's just not really working so much recently. But yeah, this is someone who is quite competitive, and it feels like the person who is thinking about you, they're definitely wanting to compromise with you a bit more as well, or try to figure out a specific compromise. It feels like you could be more so the one leaning towards taking a break or separation or distancing yourself from this person. It feels like they maybe want the opposite, and they're kind of like trying to like, you know, or want to pull you back in, and that's why they want to reach a compromise and try to figure certain stuff out with you. So now I'm gonna pull some cards on who this person could be. I'll pull some like personality traits and some characteristics. But with the characteristics with these green cards, they may not all resonate, but some of them may resonate. Just to help you discern who this person could be that's thinking about you, okay? So who's thinking about you? Why are these cards all coming up upright? Who's thinking about? This is the only group where like all of the cards so far has just like come out upright. So what are they thinking about you? I mean, who's thinking about you? Sorry. Literally every card. What is going on? So this person who's thinking about you, they could just be thinking about being completely upfront with you. Maybe being very clear, giving you honesty, or just giving you clarity. Okay, then pull some physical characteristics as well. Alright, so we have serious. So it doesn't feel like they are naturally someone who's serious or you're quite serious when it comes to them, but it feels like just the energy between you both seems kind of tense and serious right now. We also have disrespectful. So this is someone who could be, you know, quite disrespectful, maybe when it comes to you, maybe even when it comes to other people and other situations. We also have versatile. So they could actually be very versatile. They could be very talented. They could be have their fun in a lot of different pies. I don't know what's that saying, but yeah, they could be very versatile as well. We also have, and this versatility could be like in terms of the things they like, the way they dress, their hobbies or talents. But yeah, let's see. So this is also someone you consider a perfectionist, someone who is a perfectionist. We have loud. So it doesn't feel like the person thinking about you is loud. I mean, for some of you, maybe like a loud argument situation happened between you both, but it feels like there's something else about them that is quite loud, you know, whether it's their trainers, their shoes, the way they dress, like something about them does stand out and is quite bold. We also have frugal. So the person who's thinking about you, they're not cheap. It doesn't feel like they're cheap, but they definitely are maybe frugal, very careful with where they spend their money, how they spend their money. We also have non-competitive. So for some of you, this is someone who either expected you to compete for them, maybe like even at the beginning of your relationship or when you first met them. For someone, this could be someone who expects you to maybe like, maybe even compete for them now. For the person thinking about you, it feels like someone you could refuse to jump through hoops for, you know? So as for some physical characteristics and stuff like that, again, like not all of them will resonate, but like a few may that could help you discern who the person is thinking about you. But anyways, we have America, so they could be from America, they could have ancestry or family from America, they could have visited America. We have Australia as well, so they could be Australian, could have ancestry or family from Australia, they could have an affinity to Australia, maybe it's somewhere they really want to visit. We also have high cheekbones, so they could have high cheekbones. We also have there's a lot of me to cuddle, so for some of you they could be quite cuddly, or they could be like on the bigger side. We also have hard stare, so they could have a hard stare as well. We also have beady eyes, so maybe for some of you they could have like like I don't know, beady eyes, or like just smaller eyes, or yeah. We also have a brunette hair, so they could have brown hair or just darker colored hair. We have flared nostrils, so they could have flared nostrils. I mean, like this could be like when they're concentrating, maybe when they're eating or when they're exercising, or like, I don't know, just certain situations where they do have flared nostrils. And we also have scars, so they could have significant scarring as well. Or just, you know, a few scars here and there, like on their eyebrow or their lip, or, you know, their arm, or I don't know. But yeah. So now we're going to look at why this person is thinking about you. We have fire. So it also says take responsibility for your power. So they're thinking about you. For a lot of you, they kind of feel as though you need to take accountability or you need to take responsibility. Let me see. They could actually be thinking about how angry you are at them, or they just think you may be angry at them. We also have guide. No, we don't. We have job. Where did I get guide from? Oh, here's guide. I was thinking, where did that come from? All right, so we have job. Why are they thinking about you? So they're thinking about how the relationship between you both does feel a bit like hard work. Or maybe even rectifying a situation would be hard work and would take a lot of effort. We also have guide. So it feels like the person thinking about you, they're thinking about you following them. It feels like they want to guide you, or they want to, I don't know, like for you to kind of see them maybe as a leader, or, you know, just follow their lead type of thing. And for some of you, you could actually do this already, and they do think about how you do follow them, how you do, you know, maybe listen to them, or you did. So we also have baby, reconnect with your innocence. Sorry, my camera cut out. I can't remember where I was at, but so anyways, with baby, they have been thinking about reconnecting with you as well. Maybe getting back on a better note, a better footing with you. We have let yourself sparkle and shine. I feel like the Six of Wands like kind of just fell out a moment ago as well, but I can't be sure. So what are they thinking? So they think about how you want them to maybe allow you to sparkle and shine. Let me see. Like for some of you, if this is someone who maybe shits on your ideas or maybe even puts you down from time to time, like they have been thinking about this. Like they have been thinking about maybe doing more to make you feel independent, especially if that has been a sore point between the two of you. They have been thinking about maybe, okay, maybe I do need to let this person have more anonymity, have more independence, have more of a say, allow this person to shine and be bold and, you know, feel more confident in themselves. Like, especially if they have been like a catalyst in making you not feel special or not feeling like you stand out. Like, they definitely realize that they should do more. We also have unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So they're very worried about you. They're very worried about like where you stand with them, and you know the what is it called? The nature of your relationship. But where your relationship stands right now, like that's what they think about. They do think like when they do think about it, they are very worried. Like, and you know, if there has been like point of tension between you both, they definitely think that you could be ready to release them, especially if they have been a burden to you. They know that they have been a burden to you, and it feels like they're very worried about a possible ending. And it feels like they definitely kind of want to do what they can to rectify things so that this ending doesn't come about. Finally, we have multifaceted. There are many layers and dimensions to the situation and person you're asking about. What are they thinking about you? So they're thinking about you that you are a multifaceted person. Like they're thinking or realizing that, okay, there is much more to this person than maybe I have been acknowledging. Like, say for example, you're a parent, like you're more than just a mother, you're more than just a father. Like they are multidimensional. They need more, and maybe they have only been seeing you in one dimension, and this feels like something they have been thinking about, and it feels like they have realized that, okay, there is more layers to you than I have been realizing, that I have been acknowledging as well. And yeah, maybe even the situation and the dynamic between you both, but it feels like they are, let me see. It feels like they, I don't know, it feels like they're at least trying to dig a little bit deeper, instead of like looking at things in a one dimensional and only on the surface type of way, you know? But anyways, yeah, that's what they've been thinking about when it comes to you though, okay? I do hope this could be helpful. I do hope it could make sense and, you know, resonate for some of you guys. But I'm wishing you all the best, all right? Please take care of yourselves. Okay, hey, if you've chosen the fourth group, the blue calcite, which you can't really see in this lighting, but anyways, welcome to your reading. Hope you're doing good. So yeah, who is thinking about you right now? And then we'll look at why they're thinking about you, okay? So we do have the King of Pentacles upright. We also have the Seven of Pentacles upright. Very earthy energy. They can be quite an earthy person. Oh, I just noticed the flowers in this card. They could like gardening, or they could like being outdoors for some of you guys. But anyways, so this definitely feels like someone you know as well. This person is very successful, very well off. They may be an earth sign, but it feels like maybe you don't know them well enough to know what sign they are, but maybe you kind of get earthy kind of vibes from them, who knows. And, despite the king being represented here, it feels like this could actually be a woman who's thinking about you, or a man who's just, very in touch with their feminine side. The person thinking about you, it does feel like they are someone who's very nurturing. Like they could be considered like a gentle giant, or just be very gentle in general, whether this is a man or a woman. This is someone who's very good with money. Um, the person thinking about you is someone, it feels like, even though you know them, it feels like you don't know them. But it feels like they know you. Like you may have seen them around, maybe even interacted with them, acknowledged them, but it feels like you don't know them like that. Um, but maybe you have seen them around, but it feels like you don't know them well enough to know their name or anything like that. But it feels like this person has been watching you for a while, and it feels like they want an opportunity to talk to you. They want an opportunity to, for a lot of you, it feels like they want an opportunity to uplift you in some way for some reason. Um, like they could just think you need some positivity in your life, someone to cheer you on. And they could think you are going through some difficult changes as well. So the person thinking about you, they are older than you, but it feels like you wouldn't personally consider them old. So they are quite mature, very respectful as well. The person thinking about you, they could be very stable. It doesn't feel like they are in a relationship or anything though. Do you have more? They are someone who is considered very traditional, conservative, or they kind of just come across as very traditional and conservative. They are someone who does have empathy. They are very compassionate. And it feels like they want a friendship with you, whoever this person is. It feels like they are a very reliable person, very hardworking for the most part, like when they have to be. Um, but it doesn't feel like there's someone who likes to keep busy and just be working and all the time. But whoever this person is, it feels like they have a lot of respect for you. This is someone who is very resilient, very like persevering. They are very youthful as well. So even if they are on the older side, like um, like if this person maybe was to tell you their age, would have been like, oh crap, I thought you would have been younger than that. But yeah, so some of you, they could be quite youthful, either in their spirit or their looks. But yeah, it feels like they are very earthy as well. It could be the way they dress, or maybe they wear like a lot of earth tones. But yeah, the person thinking about you, they do have a lot of goals that they're trying to achieve currently. But they feel like you both would be able to help and kind of comfort each other. It feels like this person is also quite religious. And it does feel like this person is thinking about reaching out to you as well. Feels like they will reach out to you. They may make you an emotional offer, or they may approach you in like an emotional or just a very like emotionally open kind of way. But now I'm gonna get some more on who they could be, like some of their characteristics, personality traits. We'll see what comes out, okay? And I'm also gonna use these green cards as well. But with these green cards, just take what resonates with these because maybe not all of them will resonate. Maybe you're like 2 or 3 will, but maybe that will help you discern who this person could be, the person who's thinking about you. But anyway, so who's thinking about you? That supportive card was just showing its face time and time again. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'll get some of these. So yeah, this could be someone who's very supportive. I'll just throw that out there if I haven't said that already. Alright, I'll leave it there as well. Okay, so who's thinking about you? Let's put that there. Alright, so we have relaxed. So the person who's thinking about you is someone who makes you feel quite relaxed, or, you know, when they do approach you, you may feel very relaxed around them. So that could be like, I don't know what the right phrase is for me to say. My mind has gone blank. But yeah, something that could help you notice them in the future. Do you have more from that? For some of you, like, they just have like a relaxed way of being, or relaxed way of talking, or, you know, just living their life. We also have neat. So they could be very neat as well, very tidy, especially maybe in terms of their home, maybe in terms of, do they have kids? Maybe when people visit their place, maybe they do like to kind of keep things neat and tidy. But anyways, we also have non-competitive. So it feels like this person could be competitive. It doesn't feel like you would perceive them that way, or maybe you both won't be in a relationship or an environment where you would see them more competitive side. But it does feel like they could be quite competitive. But maybe that energy just wouldn't be directed towards you, you know, maybe because the nature of your friendship or relationship with them. We also have strict. So they could be quite strict as well. And again, like, this could be in terms of their traditions, the way they live their life. Maybe even, you know, in regards to what they eat. They are very independent as well. We have discreet. So they could be quite discreet. They could be quite secretive. It could just be that not many people know that much about them unless they kind of want people to know about them. So they are very tough too. We also have versatile. So they are very versatile as well. Like, they could definitely be very multi-dimensional, very multifaceted. And this does feel like it is more so in terms of their talents. It could actually be the way they present themselves. It could be quite versatile as well. We also have victim. So it does feel like they have a soft spot for people who have been victimized. They have a lot of empathy for people who have been victims. Okay, so now we're going to get some physical characteristics. So we do have thick eyebrows. We also have thick hair. So they could have thick eyebrows, they could have thick hair. They could have like curly hair. Like very full hair. We have crooked nose, so they could have a crooked nose. We have braids, so maybe their hair is braided, maybe in cane rows. We also have high cheekbones, so they could have high cheekbones. They could have soft features, or maybe there's something about them seems very soft, seems very gentle. And again, like this could be like the way they speak is very soft. Maybe their face is just very soft and quite relaxed. Like it doesn't seem so tense. We also have flared nostrils. So they could have flared nostrils as well. We have no prominent chin, so they could have maybe not a prominent chin. And we also have long face. So now we're going to look into why this person is thinking about you. So we have go with the flow, flow with the go. No, go with the flow, flow with the glow. Let me see. What are they thinking about you? So they actually think that you're someone who's just super chill, someone who just kind of goes with the flow. They do have a lot of empathy for you as well. They have a lot of compassion for you, and that's why they think about you. But it feels like they really admire and love how chill you seem. But they kind of just think about going with the flow with you. Like they don't think about putting any pressure on a friendship with you or a relationship with you. They're very much just like, okay, we'll see how this goes. So even though they do want to be friends with you, at the same time, like they're not gonna force it, you know? We also have school. Examine your beliefs about being tested. Why are they thinking about you? So for some of you here, they do think that you could underestimate them, or that's what they think in their head, that you underestimate them, or just don't really notice them. I don't know why that came out for this card, but yeah. Do you have more? There could be more from this card. I can't really pick up on what that could be. It could be a very specific message for some of you. But if another message did come out for you, then, you know, take that and trust your intuition, okay? So we also have flower. So it says, pluck the weeds and plant the seeds of your most magnificent expression. So there's something about your appearance, your energy that's very like enticing for them, like almost like a bee being drawn towards a flower, like you're the flower and like the bee. So there's something about you that attracts them towards you. And again, like they don't really know you that well, like they have been watching you and stuff. But it feels like they don't really know or fully understand why they feel this connection or feel like they're being drawn into you. Why else? Why are they thinking about you? They do think you're very beautiful. For some of you, they do think you have very lovely hair as well. They also think that you could be a very positive person too. They could love the way you express yourself, you know, whether that be through the way you dress. For some of you, like maybe jewelry or hair, even. Maybe if they've like heard you speak or heard you express yourself, like they really like the way you do express yourself. For some of you, this is like your facial features. Like especially if you're someone like you can tell what I'm thinking by the look on my face. Like if you agree with that statement, then that's another thing like they like about you in terms of you being very expressive. They also think you're someone who's very positive too, and that's another reason why they think about you. Like they feel like they could have positive interactions and a positive, you know, connection to you. We also have flood, express the ocean of your emotion. What are they thinking about you? Like again, like there's something in terms of the way you express yourself. For some of you, they could think that you are a wear your heart on your sleeve kind of person, which they really like. They like the vulnerability in that. They also like the honesty in the way you express yourself. Do you have more from this? They could think you are quite an emotional person. Do you have more? And they've also been thinking about how best to approach you, how best to communicate with you, how best to like kind of express how they feel about you or just introduce themselves to you, you know. So we also have make time for self-care. So that was clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. For some of you, they love the fact that you take care of yourself. For others of you, this could be something that they think you need to do more of, especially if you seem quite busy in their eyes, or they kind of just feel like maybe it's not a priority for you. But for a lot of you here, it feels like they think of you as someone who already does take great care of themselves, and that's something that they do think about. Oh wait, hold on. You may have actually even encouraged or inspired them to take better care of them, or just be more invested, you know, in self-care. So we also have give it to God. Again, like they're not pushing anything when it comes to you. Like, so when they think about you, they do think about, okay, like, yes, I would love for these things to happen and stuff like that. But for right now, they're like, okay, let me just get this situation to like our higher powers. Like they are very religious as well. So they're like, let me not put any pressure on, you know, things, and, you know, hopefully things will work out the way it's meant to work out, you know, and that's what they're thinking when it comes to you. And finally, we have life lessons, and we have school. So it says here you can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and the blessing that they contain. So for a lot of you here, like they do think life hasn't been very kind to you. They do think that you have been through a lot, learned a lot of lessons along the way as well. But yeah, that is all I have. Wait, hold on. Yeah, but that is all I have when it comes for this group, sorry. And I do hope it can resonate. I do hope it can make sense and be helpful. But I'm wishing you the best, right? Take care. Bye.